Welcome on YouTube. We are playing Civilization 6 with the New Frontier Pass. Not the latest updates, but the ones before. I want to finish up this playthrough and then we'll jump into we'll probably do another game, upping the difficulty and going with the latest updates. And of course, we are playing as Gilgamesh here and Sumeria. We're on difficulty Prince. It's my first sort of Prince difficulty game that I kind of want to win. And everything is set sort of standard over here. Now, let's see if we can get some friendships. Okay, how about Guitar Girl over here? No, she doesn't want friendships. Okay, then fine, keep your secrets. So, let's just hit an end turn here, and let's just let it all play out. I think we were trying to do some shenanigans with some cultists over here in the US, and we were setting our sights really to do some wackiness with them and sort of take their land. We finished up the Aztecs. So, yeah, let's build a farm over here. We're in the industrial era. And I already have sort of modern buildings, but it's only 1480. So, yeah, you could say we kind of snowballed a bit in tech over here. I mean, we just have twice the science of anybody, really. And I keep denying them sort of science alliances. So, you gotta do what you gotta do. Right. Let's hit end turn. Let's finish this up. We already have... Okay, we have ballistics. We now have field cannons and cuirassiers, which are gonna be excellent. I can't actually upgrade you. I need to move you into my territory, then I can upgrade you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Our crossbowmen, we could upgrade to field cannons as well, and I think I'm gonna do that. We've got some musketmen going, and we're still producing more. So hopefully we'll be able to get enough military units in a short amount of time to sort of set upon, so that we can set our sights upon the Americas. So over here in Tenochtitlan, we're building a field cannon just so that we have a bit more defense, if I remember correctly. So that's going to be fine. Choose a research. Now, we could get rifling as well as sanitation. I think actually rifling, because I think this is actually boosted, while sanitation is indeed not. So we're going to set that up. We can try to recruit followers in New Orleans. Let's get some Cthulhu stuff going, and unfortunately, yeah, I think unless you get an actual surround on the city, you won't, I won't be able to do enough damage to its loyalty to where I can actually have some shenanigans happen. So, let's get our first coal mine up and going. It may be our first. It's probably not. I see we have a full stockpile, so that's gonna be great. You over here in Uruk. I think you're sort of boosting production, but we could actually get some trade routes going with some people and get some lovely envoys. Now Mitla we could totally do, Preslav as well. They're super close, and there's also Fez. Now the question is, which one would bring me the most benefit? So Mitla, like Preslav, will give me the most gold as well as some production, and I think I will set that up. Because I think I'm growing, so Uruk is my capital, and I'm sort of grooming it to be a cultural and science hub, right? So I'm building an art museum, I'm setting up a diplomatic quarter so that we can sort of boost these buildings over here. And I think, so the Colosseum, I don't remember if we actually want to build it. So we can't build it here, but we can build it via Uruk. So actually having that extra production will boost our sort of wonder building substantially. Now, Colosseum. Did somebody else build it? Am I not seeing it? Am I just that blind? Guitar Girl has built the Colosseum, actually. Oh, you little... Well, that is most unfortunate. We still need to sort of build a wonder in here. That is most unfortunate. Guitar Girl. But we kind of still need a sort of wonder in here if we are to boost Nippur's cultural district, right? Let's see if Nippur can build anything more interesting. They can sort of build, so they can build the Oxford University, actually. Why don't I build it in Uruk, then? Oxford University. Oh, because its science district is actually over here. So actually, we have to build it via Nippur over here, which I think I'm going to sort of rush it because I don't know if I'll actually be able to set it up before anyone else. So we're going to go into our queue. We're going to say, hey, Oxford University, why don't you get set up in there? So after we finish the dam, we're going to go straight for the Oxford University, then the shipyard, and then the stock exchange. That's just going to be great. Uruk will need to sort of focus on something else, but that's going to be fine. Maybe an encampment, maybe we can sort of build troops and deploy them overseas. That's just going to be fine. Now, I do have a military engineer, which means that we can actually start building railroads, which is amazing because you know me, I do like trains, indeed. We should be playing Railway Empire at one point, I think. I need to get it, but there's like a ton of DLC. It's a sort of paradox effect where they have a ton of DLC, and I'm like, I want to enjoy the full thing, but it's, yeah. So the railroad that I kind of want to build, there's like, I think I want to connect these two cities and then connect them up with this city over here. That way it will allow our troops to sort of move much easier. So let's start building it. I would have liked for the sort of internal headcanon prestige to build the first railroad in my sort of core territory over here, but that's going to be fine because we can sort of set up another military engineer later on and move them over here. Now, our builder over here is sort of developing the land over here for Uman, which is a pretty new city, if I remember correctly. It's nothing super crucial that I kind of want to develop over here, so I'm just going to park this builder over here and just let them sit it out. And then we'll see what happens, yeah? Special session, religious emergency. Gilgamesh has converted Tenochtitlan to Call of Cthulhu. Well, what are you gonna do? Like, do anything about it? Definitely not. I'm gonna vote against that 5 times. And again, this is why I keep sort of diplomatic rep around. Passed? Hello! Crap. So, Lotaro, you little... Yeah, so I couldn't have countered it anyway. We have policies, new policies available to us. Units have 50% less combat strength reduction from being injured, which would be nice. Production toward cavalry and ranged units. We currently have a discount on upgrades, which is very, very useful. We have a bonus towards harbor and encampment buildings, which is great because we're building a lot of them, including shipyards, because they allow us to get a lot of bonuses from our production. Unit maintenance being reduced allows us to get a ton of gold. I don't actually know if I want to plug in, and we are actually building a lot of wonders. Now, I don't know if I actually want to plug in anything else right now. These two would be very nice. But I think I'm just going to have to wait on that. So I'm just going to leave it as this. So each member gains a relic. So basically, Guitar Girl and Lotaro, people who used to be my friend, seem to think that they can actually convert the former Aztec capital from Call of Cthulhu into another religion or their own religion or whatever the heck they want to do. That is definitely not going to happen. It's only 16 turns. It'll take them a while even to get units over here, and even when they do, it's very unlikely that they'll be able to do any sort of shenanigans. Let's build railroads. Let's move our cuirassiers up there. Why are these units sort of stalling over here? You can go up there, and you can get up there. right? And you can get in there. I was thinking about St. Louis, but that's not gonna happen, most likely. You know, sort of, hey! We've got a relic created by the Void Singers, the Left Hand Sutra. Hello. Well, that seems appropriately evil. Well, the lodge will provide. Okay, old god obelisk. Okay, lovely. Some faith, some tourism. That is super nice. The extra faith we'll be able to use to sort of counteract the push that they're going to make. Yeah, you see, they've already started to sort of move apostles into our territory, but that's going to be fine because I think we can counter them with gurus pretty easily. Like, for example, if I go in here and I say, hey, I can't build units. Never mind. So I don't have a holy site. Well, that is most unfortunate. But over here in Tlacopan, I do have a holy site, which means that I can set up gurus. And gurus are... never mind. Not very useful. So actually I can sort of start rolling out apostles and kind of give them combat bonuses and stuff like that to kind of prepare to defend Tenochtitlan over here. Unfortunately for them, like Tenochtitlan is sort of surrounded by cities of my religion, which means that the pressure. Hey, Chaos and Waffles, what is up with you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having an awesome Thursday. Just playing some video games today. I'm trying to conquer the world, and we're doing quite fine. We are we're playing as Sumer, as Gilgamesh. We're this lovely color over here, and we kind of beat the Aztecs over here. Kind of took all that land. You have an important question. Yes, please. Ask away. And, yeah, so we'll be able to sort of prepare over here and like, not get destroyed. We're going to go for urbanization. It will allow us to build neighborhoods, which means we can get some extra housing going. And this is also very nice, like getting some extra research. And yeah, we're gonna do that. So over here in Bad Tibra, we I think we're thinking of getting a mine over here, sort of clearing this land also to get that industrial zone. Do you spend like $300 $500 on a base, like $200 on the Modo base plugin, or do I say F it and buy a giant motorized standing desk for $700? Oh damn. That's quite the conundrum there, Chaos and Waffles. Like I gotta say, when you say bass, like a real bass, like a stringed instrument, so basically your options are to buy a real bass, a bass plugin, or a real bass guitar, cool, or a giant motorized standing desk. Well, think of it this way. Honestly, like, I think it depends. Ow. Get it. A Radiant Seeker, my desk is attacking me somehow. Anyway, think about it this way. I don't know, I'm a bit thrifty, so those kind of sums are a lot of money to me. Especially where I live. Attack it as well. Bad desk. No, desk is good. So, a real base, like $300, $500 seems about a good price for it. But the question is, like, do you really need it? There are bass plugins that are $100 that will sound properly. If you don't actually play bass in a live band, I don't think that's a very, very sound investment, in my opinion. A bass plugin, $200 seems a bit much. Like, it depends what type of bass. If we're talking EDM bass, I think you can get a lot of good sounds from free stuff and also cheaper stuff as well. If we're talking about a plugin that emulates the sound of a real bass, I would recommend you don't get that and instead look for something like the Jin bass or anything from Submission Audio. I think they have like a few of them. How much was the Jin bass? It's $89. So, and they have They have the Euro bass 2 as well, which is a punk bass. So, and it's pretty, like, the stuff is pretty cheap and sounds phenomenal. And, but the desk is an interesting proposition in my mind, because a desk sounds like an investment in the way you work, irrespective of the genre that you're working on, and irrespective of what you're doing. Now, the question is, do you actually think that you can sort of pull off a standing desk for a long period of time? Because a lot of people have gotten standing desks, and a lot of people and a part of them have stopped using them, right? In my opinion, however, $700 for a desk is a lot of money. The desk that I have was actually built out of a very cheap desk. Radiant Seeker built it for me. And it was like a desk that we kind of got for, I don't remember, maybe $200 from IKEA. And the rest is sort of built from other sort of parts of furniture, right? And you can sort of put those together and make your own custom desk the way you want it to be, right? $120, lovely. So $700 for a motorized desk seems like a lot. If you want to have something that you can sort of adjust up and down, Radiant Seeker's desk is actually made from two sort of legs that you get from IKEA, and one is, I don't know, maybe like $50, and you just need like another piece of wood. That is another like $50, and for like $150 to $200 you can set up your own desk, and those legs actually are adjustable, so you can raise it, you can make like a drawing board out of it, so you can do a lot of cool stuff if you want to invest a little bit of time and effort in it. So I don't know, man. Honestly, it seems like crazy town money, to me at least, what you want to spend. But if that's what you feel like that you need, and that it helps you to sort of be more comfortable in the environment that you work on, by all means, go for it. But I just want to, and I do this. You work a full-time job, might as well spend some money. Fair enough. Fair enough. I have fallen prey to that many times. It's just, and like, don't take it this the wrong way. This is how I am with my friends as well. Like, they ask me, hey, dude, like, I'm super excited about this thing, and it costs a lot of money. I'm like, think about it a bit more, right? Because you could be getting like cheaper options, and you could be doing like the same thing. Even better, right? So for example, as I said, like, my desk probably cost in total something like max $150 to $200, and it's like, it's my dream desk. It's amazing. It's super wide. I have a stand for my monitors. I have space for my monitors. I have a space for my keyboard, all of sort of adjacent stuff. So I don't know. I'm horrible with money too, but I've lost enough money. Like, remember, I had a live band for like 6 years, so I lost a lot of money. um, so I get you, man. Like, I'm terrible with money as well. But if you were to like put a gun to my head and it make me choose something from those three options, I would say get the desk, right? Because the desk is gonna be should help you to feel a lot better and a lot more comfortable in your environment working, and it seems like a sound, more long-term investment. Now, since you're a guitar player, you say that you feel a lot better writing on an actual bass. Yes, but I would argue that you can kind of do that with a guitar. Like, you could write a bass riff on a guitar and then just use a plugin for it. Or if you were to get a bass, maybe look for something in the $200-300 range, because you can get a good tone out of anything, right? The bass tone that we have on the Doom song, for example, that you heard is done with I can't remember how much Radiant Seeker's bass is, but it's like something like $300-400. But it's the strings are a year, maybe 2 years old at this point, right? So yeah, you can get a good bass tone out of anything, really. Especially if you do you replace the low end with like a sine wave and stuff like that. So, sorry, just a second, because I need to choose a governor. Like, I need to choose what I do with my governor promotion over here. I think I'm gonna boost ping to get more great people, like to steal them from other people, and then I'm gonna probably get connoisseur to get more culture in my capital. So that's gonna be fine. If you didn't have that base available, what would you have done used to get base in that song? I would have used either a plugin, and again, like the Jin bass, which is the most amazing Dingwall bass sampled, which is like the bass that Nolly uses in Periphery. So it's a very genty bass, like it's called the Jin bass, right? That's DJINN. Um, or use just a cheap old bass that I had around, right? I could get that set up for like $50 or something, or $100, and just use that, right? I do agree that having a nice bass around is kind of cool, right? Yeah, right. Because whenever I have to do a rock song, I can just pull out that bass, and it's a 5-string bass. So it's amazing for low tune stuff, for normal tune stuff, for what have you, right? And do remember, like, I think even Pink Floyd used a 5-string bass on songs like, I think, Comfortably Numb or whatever. Hey, Memoirs of a Blind Astronomer, another relic. Nice. So these cultists, apparently, when they off it, when they go, they create relics. And that's pretty awesome, because we can use those relics to set things up and get some more stuff in our cities. Yeah, I think that'd be a great place to start, because you can record it. You can also learn how to play on it. Um, and depending on what type of music you want to make, maybe a 4-string bass would be more appropriate. Like, again, since I play like a lot of heavy down-tuned music, having a 5-string bass available is just a boon, right? Um, so if you plan on doing anything lower than, I don't know, um, drop C, I guess, I would highly recommend getting a 5-string bass. That low, especially if you drop tune it to like low A or A sharp, it's just so heavy. Um, oh yes, if you're gonna do Bring Me the Horizon stuff, you definitely need a 5-string for that. I would recommend. I mean, you can get away with a 4-string, but it has to be a pretty long scale length, and it'll probably get you to a more expensive place than a decent sort of 5-string bass, right? Yeah, yeah. The bass that we used both in our band, and so like Iridian Seeker's bass that we used in our band, and we also use, like I use for any sort of rock stuff, the or for the Doom song, is a Jackson 5-string bass. Actually, it's not the signature David Ellefson one. It's just a sort of Jackson 5-string bass, and the cool thing about it is that it has active pickups, so its attack is just crazy. And especially when you tune low, having that attack very, very present helps a ton, right? Um, so creating relics seems like a good option for this apostle, and yeah, creating more relics seems like a good option as well. I should have moved them so I can create more apostles, but that's gonna be fine. So we finished rifling. Um, we could do sanitation. We could build. We're not gonna. We're gonna try to veer away from coal power plants, because I'm very, very scared of global warming. I don't think that'll be fine. Getting infantry as well might be good. Actually, we are making some musket men, at least, so that would be pretty good. Um. So you have to move up, and you have to move up, and you basically have to park your butt there, and you have to park your butt there. Cool. Gonna skip a turn. So I'm trying to get the surround over here on Buffalo to kind of try to convert it. I don't know if it'll actually happen, but we'll see. We're starting to get our first sort of buildings that require power, but that's gonna be fine because we're setting up a hydroelectric dam over here. Hey, horseradish! No, I'm going to win in this one. Hello, welcome. I hope you're having an awesome Thursday, an awesome week. We are winning. Like, if you remember, we kind of, like last week, we kind of beat the Aztecs over here. And we kind of spread ourselves pretty wide over here. We got a pretty thick empire, I gotta say. And now we're kind of setting our sights over here on the US. We're gonna try to conquer the Americas. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Hey! Topical. Ooh. Ah, yes, class struggle. Okay, so we have our apostles at the ready in case there's any sort of funny business. Right? Actually, I could be an extra dick and try to convert the US into the Call of Cthulhu. Or at least Auckland over here. I mean, it's right there. So we converted St. Louis, we converted the New Orleans. We could try to convert Boston as well. I mean, why the heck not? Right, get up there. You have to wait, you have to wait, and you have to wait. So we're setting up an iron mine over here, and then we'll chop down this forest. It's going to boost the production on our harbor. We're going to build that up quickly. Oh, damn. That's a lot of barbarians. Oh, my God. Convert Providence, Rhode Island. Providence, wasn't that a show on, like, Hallmark? Or am I thinking of Seventh Heaven for some reason? Was Seventh Heaven set in Providence? That name sounds familiar to me. Oh, so we can actually promote ping once more. +1 culture, that's going to be great. And yeah, so now our culture should be boosted quite significantly. We are actually top of the charts for both science and culture. We're just awesome. Right, so let's start doing some culty stuff in here, yeah? So I'm gonna try to recruit followers, recruit followers. The Call of Cthulhu beckons. Oh, we actually got a turn out of their loyalty down. Hey, nice. If I am to look over here for loyalty, oh, they're actually halfway down. Damn. So theoretically, I could actually convert. Like, I could pop their loyalty over here in Buffalo and have it become a free city, and then we could swoop in and try to take it. That's just dumb. That's just dumb that we can do that. We'll see if it happens. So, I've got a new spy, and I'd very much appreciate sending him to Washington to get stuff. Confirm placement. Okay, so let's keep converting the cities over here to the Call of Cthulhu. Hey, and we just completed our first railroad, so choo-choo, all aboard. And I can just like chop down this forest in here, as I said. So this is just nuts over here. This is just madness. No, this is Sparta. Okay. This caravel, actually, I would like to get back into my territory if that were possible in any way, shape, or form. I'd very much appreciate getting it back here. Okay, there's some wars going on.
It's the Industrial Revolution.
Hey.
Of urban concentrations that led to a sense of anonymity.
Okay, so we can't actually have the there it is, the gold and resource discount on all unit upgrades. That's gonna be awesome. I actually need to sort of bite the bullet here and get more production towards building actual units because we are going to be setting up quite a few of them. So yeah, I'm gonna take out the bonus to science. I think we've got science. I think we've got um, a pretty good head start versus all the other or lead. We're pretty much ahead of all the other civilizations, so that's gonna be fine. No, actually, governments. Um, we still don't have we still don't have the next tier of governments, so hold on. Change policies. So again, we are building wonders. We do want the production boost from our harbors. Getting plus science, culture, and faith for each suzerainship is nice. Discounts, production, maintenance. That's gonna be fine. Set that up.